Anybody else got anything to say?
We have completed our job today.
Man, I'm tired. Ty, how are you today? Good.
These guys are doing great on that production.
Excellent.
17,162. 1,965. I mean, that's the most they've done.
That's a great show.
He said
That's
they're
fun.
out of
Yeah, that's
Max
great. Oh,
Health
they were,
Convention Center.
they were in there, then they were over in the side room. And
It's great.
What do you think, John? How are you guys? Gonna have to start bringing some Red Bull or something. Is that what that stuff is, Red Bull?
It's better than other stuff.
5-hour energy?
Now, stay away from this. Gross.
Oh. I may have to have you in on the last second. We was gonna take a nap.
Were you?
I didn't know if you needed water.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I think we're there. The sooner we get started, the sooner we get complete, I guess. All right, welcome everybody. Glad to have you here on March 21st, 2023. We're in the Commissioner's Chambers. It is 3 o'clock. We will start off the day with a prayer from Greg Jensen and a pledge from Deanna Nyberg. And we'll ask everybody to please silence their phones or shut them off or do something with them. Thank you.
Our dear Heavenly Father, we're thankful for today. Thankful for this opportunity we have to meet here and to discuss the needs of the Little County. Lord, this time we pray that as we do so that those who make the decisions for this county will be inspired on what will be best for the residents here. We are thankful for this land and this beautiful place we've been given to live. And we ask thee to inspire us to do what is right, to protect it, and to keep it beautiful. Lord, we're thankful for this opportunity and this time we have here. And we ask thee to bless us with thy spirit of inspiration. Say these things humbly in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Greg, thank you.
Please follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Deanna. All right, approval of minutes of the work session for March 13th and the regular meeting for March 14th.
I didn't see anything when I reviewed those, so I would make a motion. Can we approve both of them at the same time?
Okay, we have a motion. How about
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. The report of the warrants, Mike Wilkins.
Commissioners, I have warrants from March 16th, the amount of $858,258.51, and I didn't bring my glasses, so I think that's what it says. 'Cause them 8s and 5s look really close.
All right.
There's a couple there I was gonna bring out. This one included a payment to the Communications Bureau for the for the improvements done at the Central Dispatch, and also the sheriff's payment to Central Dispatch for their services at $242,538.60. And then there's also some, hopefully this is the last batch of sand and salt from Redmond salt for $50,000.
I don't think it's the last one for the year, because I think we're gonna have to rebuild up.
We're gonna have to
next
rebuild
fall
up, but let's hope for
sometime.
this last one for this winter.
Winter, yeah.
And that's,
Yeah.
other than that, just, we did pay our insurance, health insurance bill this time, and just normal bills after that, no claims.
Okay, all right, thank you. Cemetery certificates.
We have none, and I have no tax matters either.
Holy smokes, nobody else have any tax matters? Good. Yeah, John, I took care of my part fast. Gun and Knife Show, Bill Lewis.
Bill, you're gonna need to push that button. I don't think that microphone's on, is it? Oh, you did? Okay, thank you.
Okay, we on then?
Yes, we're good.
It's always a pleasure to come before the commission and talk about the Gun and Knife Show. We believe it was a success this year, and I would refer you to the handout that I gave you. I need to take just a second and thank everyone who participated, not only participated, but also who provided help and assistance, especially to the commissioners and especially to the convention center. The situation now for the convention center is we are maxed out. 170 tables is what they will hold. That's what we had at the show. That is both good and bad. The bad is we have no room to expand, but the good is that we can be even more selective in terms of the people that we take into the show and how we work with them. The attendees' comments were very, very positive. We had people from all over the country really that showed up. A lot of people had never been with us before, expressed an interest in returning. We're hoping to put this particular activity on the map for a nationwide draw. It's a good situation. We've said we've done a lot of work on it as an understatement, but the reality is it's also a quality production. And so we're very proud of that situation. Do you have any questions of us? There are three of us here, by the way, Carney Pace and Clayton Reimer. We constitute the Friends of Buckskin Hills.
I tell you what, other than just praise for what you've done there, that's great. It is tremendous. You know, it's, I wandered through there and totally enjoyed myself, you know, and I see you was out, we occupied the side room, which was good, and it was full on it. And, but nothing except praise for you guys and what you've done there. And you look at these, figures down through there, my word, what a great deal that you guys have provided. And, the gun range out there, the funds from Friends of the Buckskin Hills, what you guys have done there over the years and is just tremendous. I can't say enough, Bill, other than thank you, I guess.
Just as a follow-up, we have 10 new benches on the way. They're the type that are out there now. We will try and stay with that type because they allowed us to shift from location to location. They're about $1,500 each, so we're talking $15,000 worth of stuff. They're being constructed, be on the way fairly soon.
That's great.
Great.
Yeah, I commend you. I have to say, that's just the way this community is. It never ceases to amaze me, all the groups that volunteer to do good things in our community and make it a great place to be. So thank you.
And the people who were there really enjoyed Vernal and Uintah County. They liked who we were as presenters, but they also liked the citizens. And like I say, that one gentleman went as far as say it was the best show he'd attended in the last 10 to 20 years.
Wow,
So
That's great.
Yeah.
good, great
Says a lot for
compliment.
your guys' effort.
Yeah,
It does.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is. It's.
what letter? Oh. You didn't tell me that. When you determine the cost per table, please advise me. I'll take two. I thought the show was very well run and accommodated dealers better than any I've been to in the last 10 years. This is David Frost. This gentleman is from St. George, Utah. So, and it was
wonderful.
pretty universal. That's the type of stuff we were hearing from the dealers.
that's great.
Okay.
And people, I don't think, realize how much work goes into putting on something like this.
Thank you.
So I've done a few of them, so I do understand at least a little bit,
Yeah.
and it is a lot of time, and effort, so, yeah.
Thank
Well,
you.
and then back to the gun range, what you guys have added to the gun range and what we've been able to do, and what, that's a tremendous place out there, and that's what this money has been going to since forever, and that is, it made that a tremendous place.
We're hoping that it will become even better. It should be an economic engine for this community. There should be no reason at all that it does not pay for itself.
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't require tax dollars.
Well, thank you
Okay.
guys, all
Thank
of you,
you.
all the volunteers that you had down there. Please thank them, and we can't say enough.
Okay,
Keep up the
Looking
good
forward
work.
to next year.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, man, we're at the time of year that Greg Jensen just loves. Landfill, free days. You know, he keeps insisting every year that he wants to put this on, and we appreciate him.
We should go for a month. Greg Jensen with the landfills, and I'm here to request that we waive the fees for residential garbage only, not commercial, or residential fridges either. From April 22nd through April 29th. So one Saturday through the next Saturday.
Kind of coordinate that with,
It is coordinated with Duchesne so that there's no confusion between the in-betweeners. And you can go either way. K&K Sanitation always jumps in and helps out with the hauling, and they do a really good job there. All the companies are helping out this year, so.
good.
And do we they usually advertise this as well, like in the
Yes,
paper and
yeah.
on the radio or something?
Yeah.
And get that out?
Yeah, and we'll get that going.
Perfect.
Yeah. Is it, you got any mud out there, Greg?
Oh, I can't even make a joke about that. It was going to, but that's just a little bit.
All right, well, I guess what we'll need is an motion that we waive the fees for those dates, and
Yeah.
that will be recognized as our free dump week there, I guess.
I'd
So,
make that motion that we recognize those days, the 21st, 20th
22nd.
through the 22nd through the 29th.
All right, I have
Of
a
April.
motion. Have a motion.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, thank you.
Greg, thank you, and
Thank
hope
you.
you get dried out by then.
Yeah, it might still be covered in snow.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. All right, let's see, the next one is James Sharp. Cemetery ordinances number 3/21/2023-01, amending countywide cemetery county codes on it.
Hello, I'm James Sharp with the Uinta County Cemeteries. I'm just here to see if we can update and amend the codes that we had talked about in the work session yesterday for the cemeteries to give a better access for people to accomplish things they want to do in the cemetery, and also helping the county cover things that we needed to do as well. So is there any questions or?
No, like you said, we did discuss this yesterday
went
in the
through
work
some-
session, and I think there was good input
Yeah,
and discussion.
I thought there was too. There was great input in the work session, so those are a great thing to have.
Yeah.
All right, at this point, any other questions, comments, or motions?
I would make a motion that we accept ordinance or amend ordinance 03-21-2023-01, the countywide cemetery ordinance.
Okay. Have
I'd
a
second
motion.
that.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, James, appreciate you out there. Your big weekend's coming up, but, you know,
Hopefully we're dried out for it.
Yes.
thanks, James. Let's see, memorandum of agreement regarding the mitigation of adverse effects to the Ashley Canal Piping Project. Matt Kassir.
Yeah, Matt Kazir with Community Development. This is a memorandum of agreement. It's with the Natural Resources Conservancy Services, or NRCS. And this is for a portion of the Central Canal Piping Project, just the portion of the Kids Canal between 5th North and Main Street. So that half-mile section there, that has been designated as a historical feature in our community, and being such, they have to mitigate the impacts of piping the Central Canal in that area. So this agreement kind of outlines what will be done there to mitigate that and who will do it. And so the parties to this are Friends of Kids Canal, Ashley Central Irrigation Company, Uinta Special Service District 1, Uinta County, Utah State Historic Preservation, and Natural Resource Conservation Service. And so essentially that portion of the canal is going to remain open, and Special Service District 1 is going to put irrigation water in there that goes to the golf course. It'll run in the open portion of the canal through that half-mile section. And then at that point, they'll pick it up in a pipe, and the pipe will take it down to the golf course for use down there.
Okay. All right. Any questions, comments?
I just make it note that it is not a registered historic site, but it does meet the requirements too, and there has not been an application submitted yet. But they do have to proceed on it like it is a designated historic site. It's coming.
Yeah, I
We
think
just gotta
that's
get
something that they are looking at.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
I'd make a motion that we accept that memorandum of agreement regarding the mitigation of adverse effects on the Ashley Canal piping project.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. Let's see, they're in a hurry for me to sign that too, Matt, I think.
Yeah, I've got it here today, so I'll get your signature and get it sent over
And
to them.
I guess they was needing it for something. I've had phone calls up anyway. All right, you got the next one too, I guess, with the BLM, Emery County Land Exchange.
Yeah, so this is a memorandum of understanding, and it's between Uinta County and the Bureau of Land Management, or BLM, Utah State Office. And this is concerning the John Dingell Jr. Conservation Management and Recreation Act. Part of that act was some land exchanges between BLM and State Institutional Trust Lands Administration, or SITLA. This portion of it is the lands in Emery County that we switched out. But some of those lands may be switched out for lands in Uinta County. So that's why we want to be a cooperating agency with the BLM on this. And that's what this memorandum of understanding will do, is make us a cooperating agency so that we can make comments and get information from the BLM, letting us know what's going on, so that we have a voice.
Have a standing there, I guess they're, okay, good. Any other questions, comments?
No.
Motions?
I would make a motion that we accept or approve of the memorandum of understanding with the BLM regarding Emery County Land Exchange.
Motion.
I'd second that.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passed.
All right, thank you.
All right, Deanna Nyberg, Community Development, H&M Investment Properties, rezoning.
Okay, Deanna Nyberg with Community Development. I have an application for a rezone. It's located at 159 West, 4000 South, and the property is owned by H&M Investment Properties. The current zone is A1 agricultural, and they're wanting to get a rezone to R1 residential. Let's see. Okay, so the properties around this parcel are zoned A1. Here's the parcel right here. They're zoned mostly A1 and then some RA1 mixed in there. Let's see. The future land use shows this middle section here as moderate density. That is comparable to our R1, which is what they're trying to get this rezoned to, and then surrounded by low density, which is the RA1 again. So currently, there are not a lot of R1 zones close to this one, but this subdivision, I think the next picture shows it a little better. The subdivision just to the south of it, when they, I guess the purpose of this rezone is they want to divide that lot into 3 lots. When they do that, it's going to make the lots about the same size as this subdivision below, which is a PUD subdivision. Just some pictures there. Okay, finding of facts and conclusion of law can be found in the staff report that was emailed to you. But this application appears to meet the required standards outlined in the county code and the general plan.
And the board approved this.
Yes, it went to the
Unanimously,
planning
yep.
commission. It was
Planning
approved
commission, yeah.
unanimously, yep. Thank you.
Was
Okay.
it, did you say unanimously?
Yep, 6 to,
Okay.
yep.
Did any neighbors comment, or were there any?
There was a neighbor with questions, but there wasn't any comments about, I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Look for, entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we rezone from A1 to R1, the property at 159 West, 4000 South, serial number 080310039.
I think that was an 06.
I think that is an 06.
Okay, whatever. Okay. 6 looks like a 9 upside down.
Okay. All right, we have a motion.
I'll second.
A second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. All right, thanks, Deanna. Brush Creek Bridge replacement. John Sturmer.
Okay, Commissioners, I was asked to present this agreement to the commission. It's coming from the road department, if I remember right, the road department, and then Commissioner Horrocks, you were on a call with the state that gave some more background on this project. It's dealing with the Brush Creek Bridge replacement. It's a little bit different agreement, and so that's why the state was taking a little bit more time and letting the county know what was going on with this. It's called the Bridge Formula Program. For this meeting, the name really doesn't mean much, just understanding that it's under a different federal and state program. The total cost of the program, or of the bridge replacement, is $1.5 million. There is a local match of that. So the federal aid is $1,398,450, and then the local match is 6.77%, which comes out to be $101,550. There is a schedule for the payment, so let me just outline that real quick. That will come in different installments. At the time of executing the agreement, and then on that request from UDOT, we need to pay within 30 days, $10,155, and then design commencement, the same, $10,155, environmental commencement, same amount, and then at the construction bid advertising, the remainder of the 70% of the local match. That part would then be paid of $71,085. So with that, it's for the commission for consideration and approval. If there's any questions on the actual project itself, that would need to be directed to road department.
What's the location?
It's Brush Creek. It just says Brush Creek Canal Bridge north of Jensen in Uintah County, Utah.
So it's on SR 149.
I think that one was done a couple of years ago, Commissioner.
Is that 40?
Yeah, this would be on our road
Okay.
for replacement, because the state would be responsible for that bridge on
That's
the
what I
state
thought, that's why I was
highway.
asking.
So I'm a little confused as well then as to exactly where this bridge is.
About 8 miles south of the dump, or east of the dump, down the Brush Creek Road. Sunshine Dam, most of you.
Can you get that pulled up, Matt? Okay, that would be helpful. I would, yeah, and then, John, so this match is just from the county? There's not
county's
any
local.
other entities involved, correct?
The way the agreement's written, it's the local match from the county.
Okay.
It's just in comments, it's a road, oh man, it's a bridge and a road that needs attention, and the bridge is gonna be the first step in getting that road improved.
While he's pulling that up, can I ask a couple of questions? Is UDOT going to facilitate the construction of this bridge? So UDOT will be the
Contract.
lead agency on this?
Yeah,
That's my understanding.
yeah, that's what I understood. Construction pictures, or the bridge, looked like it was a wood bridge
Wow.
built in, it had to look like maybe 50, 60 years ago, just looking at it, but it's kind of it's not very wide. You
Sorry,
can't cross the bridge with farm equipment, wider farm equipment.
Okay. Sorry, the roads and stuff aren't showing up for some reason on the map here, but this is 149 here, where my cursor is, and then this is where Brush Creek Road comes off.
Right there.
And I think it's right, let's see, sorry. Now it's decided it's wanting to work. Oops. Okay. So 149 here, Brush Creek Road. And it comes across, let's see. Trying to think where Scoot Wilkins is there. I think it's right.
Boy,
Oops. Right there, I guess, maybe.
Oh, right there.
Oh, okay. I know where it is, yeah.
Sorry, and
There's actually two structures there, bridge structures, if you can call it that.
yeah, and if you drive out there,
on-
there's a posting on it that says 2-ton or 3-ton limit or something like that right now.
Wow, that's just hard to comprehend that that little thing there is 1.5 million.
well, that is what they allotted us to do it.
I think that
It's,
is it right there.
we're gonna put a box culvert in there. And I don't, how come they come up and give us the allotment of how much? But I'm no contractor, but
Actually, I think it's right here. This is this is Brush
Yeah,
Creek that
there
runs
you
down
are.
through there, so.
yeah,
It even looks less than what the other one looked like.
Yes.
see a little S shape down through there, yeah.
So there's two of them not too far apart there, two culverts or bridges? Because it looks like there's the one you pointed out first. Is that not one there then?
Yeah, I think so one of them's a bridge and one of them's a culvert. I think the first one here is the bridge that has a thing that says one, or maybe this is the bridge here that says 1 ton.
That's
It
the
looks a little more
bridge.
narrow.
There's a bridge there.
So that's the one that has
through
so
that.
I guess I was,
So it's actually
sorry, I'm not part of the project at all, but.
bridge.
It, I think, pictures I had was from underneath, looking up kinda at the bridge, but it's, and I'm not, Scott had applied for this grant and went through the process of it. They've got some one-time money from the federal government for the state of Utah, and it's, and they come up with the amount of money, which I
And if
don't
you
wanna
measure
say
your-
too much, but it looked like to me they really allotted about twice or
What it
3
should
times
take.
more than what it probably is, or more, I don't know that, but they had said this is, not to exceed that, so
You're probably 40 or 50 feet for that bridge span and
Just
whatever.
looks
so,
small.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, and there, so.
That's rare that they give us more money than we think it
I
will
don't
cost,
know how they
but,
come up
okay.
with this stuff, but they was, really tickled in some things that we had to, it was, we had places to stage the building equipment and stuff like that, their equipment and different things like that, and there was an alternative route around it, which you go down through Jensen, so there's a lot of pluses to the project, and, man, they're putting it together and
Ready to
running it,
go. Did
ready
they
to
say
go.
how long, John, did they say how long they anticipated the project to be?
No, they do have in the breakdown of the cost, they're only saying the total 1.5 million for 2023. And then in 2024, 25, and 26, they all have zeros. So I think, I'm just anticipating it's gonna be a pretty
Completed
quick-
this year?
Yeah, pretty quick project, completed this year, based off of the way they're outlining the funding for the project.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, any questions, comments, motions?
I would make a motion that we accept the federal aid agreement for the Brush Creek Bridge replacement as presented.
Have a motion.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. Okay, new national settlement with the manufacturers of Teva and Allergan and, well, anyway, okay, John Sturmer. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take this one as well, Commissioners. As you know, previously, the county had approved a settlement with Johnson and Janssen, two drug manufacturers on the opioid litigation that the county is involved in. There's a lot of different players associated with this nationwide litigation, and we've had smaller settlement agreements come before the county. This one is a little bit larger. I was informed this will make it a little bit difficult, but I'll do the best I can to not disclose confidential information, but still seek your approval at the same time. Because I did receive an email from outside counsel that said the actual dollar amounts are estimates right now, so the estimates are confidential. But I'll give you a little bit of understanding. My understanding, looking at it, it's going to be a little bit less than what we will be receiving through the Johnson and Janssen. If you remember, that's roughly about $80,000 a year for 18 years. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be a little bit less than that, but not wanting to give specific information right now because it is based on estimates. These manufacturers and pharmacies have been, I guess, agreeable to this settlement. It is going across the whole state of Utah, and then we have our portion that will be allocated to us. The restrictions on spending the money is the same as in the other opioid settlements that we have. It's that exhibit that I've provided in previous emails and we've discussed in other meetings with Tri-County Health on what you can spend the money on. It's fairly broad, but it all deals with either education, public awareness, or actual treatment. Just kind of categorize it like that. So what I'm seeking is approval to enter into settlement with these 5 entities. We need to have this signed and sent over. It actually needs to be done by April 18th. If the commission would like a little bit more information, I could do that in a closed session. But really the structure of the settlement is what we're already living under with the Johnson and Janssen settlement.
Is there gonna be any more of these following this one?
There will be. Yes.
All righty, any questions, comments, motions?
I'd make a motion that we enter into the settlement with the manufacturers, Teva, Allergan, and Walmart, and Walgreens, and CVS pharmacies.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passed.
Great, thank you. And then Wendy, if you want to just make note of that email, there was contact information, so as that communication comes through, if it matches those emails, then those are verified as being accurate. Yep. Okay, thank you.
All righty. All right, public comments. Do we have any need for public comments today? All right, then we have a need of a closed session for today, so will we adjourn into the small conference room, John?
Yes.
So,
I make a motion that we adjourn into closed session for the purpose of discussing the character, professional competence, or physical or mental health of an individual, after which we would return into open session and adjourn.
motion.
I'd second that.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion passed. Well, thanks everybody for being here.